I could talk from both sides. As a defensive player, he's running for the first down. I could see, you running, giving your max effort, but just the way that he went about the actual tackle part of it. The boy Trevor slid, quarterback slide, and he slid. So you going low anyway. Like what was you aiming for? And then you made that. It was a dirty play. I'm not gonna say he's a dirty person, but it was a dirty play, and he knows better. I think in his mind he knows he shouldn't have done that, and as a defender, I understand being aggressive and want to make every play. I saw he said something about, trying to hit everybody as hard as he can. For sure, I understand that mindset, but you understand how the game is played, especially today. And there's no room for that in the game right now.
Yeah, and I kind of wanted to follow with that. Just from a linebacker's perspective, what's the challenge there when a quarterback's about to slide? You're running full speed. How difficult is that? Maybe.
I understand being aggressive. I understand making sure running he don't get the first down. He slid and you went low. Like if he didn't slide, you was going low. You don't, if that's how you going to tackle a quarterback. That's weird anyway. Like he a quarterback, he not going. You gonna stand him up and run the feet, drive him back. Instead, you saw him slide and you went down after he slid, basically. So, mindset wise, I understand the attacking mindset. I don't understand the finish of the play. And I'm not trying to throw him under the bus, but you got to,
Sure.
as a defender, I understand playing on defense, the mindset we had while trying to run up and make a tackle, but he slid pretty. You understand that you messed up. He understands that he messed up.
Appreciate it.
Go ahead, D-Rock.
Hey, Foye, what was the sense you got from the guys this morning coming in? Obviously there was still a chance at the playoffs, or excuse me, at the division title before yesterday, and now that's kind of out the door here. So what was your sense of how the attitude the guys was in the atmosphere in the locker room was this morning?
I think we're more just trying to get it right on our end. I think that division title race, I think that was going to be taken care of if we got things right on our ends, and then we haven't done that yet. So we got 5 games to try to make stuff look right in our preparation and just the way that we take our preparation to the game. So there's bigger fish to fry than a division championship right now. I think as us being professionals and the talent that we have, not being able to get it right is what we need to focus on week in, week out.
What's your personal frustration level with the inability of it to get right? I mean, you were here when it was right, obviously.
Yeah. My personal frustration is I feel like I want to be not only a player that plays well, I want to be a player that can lead his team to win and that people can look at and it's like, all right, he's been a winner in the league. So my personal frustration is that it kind of haunts your head like, what am I not doing right? Obviously done a lot of good things up until this point in my career. Like what do I need to keep getting better at? Like it's just that those little questions that creep into your head, but you got to stay confident out there. But clearly, I gotta look at myself in the mirror, go back in the drawing board whenever that time comes, and see what I have to do differently coming into the year or during the year or during these next 5 weeks, just to get people going the right way.
Is there any talk at all in the locker room about, changes that could be coming in terms of Doug Peterson?
I know talks that. Well, that'll be handled when it's handled. I think everybody right now is just trying to get these next 5 weeks right, starting with this week up. I think you got to understand, like, this is a pretty good locker room in terms of focusing on the next play. Nobody's pointing fingers at shit or stuff. I'm sorry. And, I definitely had a lot of respect for the guys in the locker room because you've heard about other teams and these type of situations kind of cave and start. It becomes a crapshoot, I would say. So everybody's kind of being professional about it, and we're researching, but we need to take ownership and get these things right.
Thank you.
Foye, by nature, you guys fight back to overcome injury, right? You fight through injury, you play through. Would you guys be okay with the team shutting Trevor down for the rest of the year?
I don't know what he has.
Well, he has a bum shoulder and a concussion.
Right. I don't know the grade of the shoulder, and I don't know the severity of the concussion. Um, that's up to Trevor. Don't ask me about Trevor.
Well, I just think some of it.
If he feels that he can come out and play well and make the team better, I'd say he can do it. If the Jaguars is a business, you want to talk to me about the business side of football, I don't think I'll do that on this podcast. But if he feels he can come out and make the team better, and he really wants to do that, then he should be allowed to do it. If he feels like, he's like you said, that shoulder, I don't know what he's going to do in the offseason with it, and the concussion, and we got 5 games. Like, as a team, I said we're already trying to get stuff right. If he feels like he's not able to help that and the team wants to sit him down, that's their decision to make.
Thank you. And secondly, Walker got his contract. Are you, I mean, as guys get paid here, who have put in their time and done it the right way, is it nice to see guys getting rewarded like that?
Yeah, it's always good to see the next guy get their reward like that, and then that's a guy who comes in and works every week, and he's playing better and better. So it's always good, and I'm always pro teammate. So I seen him work, I seen him put in those hours and stuff, and I've been with him in the training room and stuff. It's always cool to see somebody get what they deserve coming up.
Hey Walker, congrats. Just your reaction to the extension and what does it mean to sort of be solidified for the next few years?
Yeah, I mean, obviously super excited about it. I love Jacksonville. I love this team, love the group of guys, love the people I get to come to work with every day. Really love the city. So always wanted to stay here. Obviously going into a contract year this year, didn't know if it would happen or not, but I was really glad we were able to work something out, and I'm gonna be able to be here for a few more years.
When did the contract talk sort of start, and was it always the plan to sort of get this done before the season ended?
No, I mean, I'll be honest, I didn't anticipate getting anything done before the season ended, but we started talking over the bye week, and then so over the bye week into last week, things just progressed, and we were able to get a deal done kind of by the end of the day Saturday, and was able to sign before the game yesterday.
And then just last thing from me, how have you felt like you've sort of, gotten comfortable in that role at left tackle? I know you've done it over the years, but just being the starter now.
Yeah, no, it's been nice to be able to start consecutive games in a row, and just I feel like I've been able to steadily play a little better each game and just get in groove, and yeah, it's been really nice.
Thank you.
Yep.
Go ahead, Mark.
Hey, what about your performance yesterday? I mean, obviously, you get that kind of contract. You're going against those 2 ends, and you really stepped up and played really well. Did you feel like I don't want to, I want to showcase myself here on this stage after signing that deal?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, there wasn't that much thought about the deal at that point. I'd say once I signed it, it just kind of moved on to the game, and I mean, I wanted to play well in the game, regardless of the deal or not. Obviously, I didn't really know that was going to be a piece of that story, I guess, until I was able to sign it Sunday morning. So I was just prepared to play in the game and go out and try to play well.
What does it mean to maybe this would look like you have your right tackle days behind you and certainly your left guard days? What does that mean to you to know that this is my spot moving forward, for at least the next 3 years?
Yeah, no, it's nice. I mean, it's just nice, being able to kind of know where you're going to be and practice and prepare in a single position. I'm sure it helped me kind of moving around and learning different parts of the line, but it is nice just having one spot now.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna go to Gene and then D-Rock.
Hey Walker, you sounded from your initial response about the contract that you were surprised that this thing actually happened, because the general manager has been on record before saying that he doesn't do deals during the season. So how surprised were you?
Yeah, I guess I was more surprised, just like what you said, just getting it done during the season. I was anticipating if I was going to get an extension done, it would probably be after the season. So when they reached out on the bye week, I definitely wasn't expected, but it was a nice surprise. And then we were able to kind of start working on it, and we were able to get it done before the Texans game.
Okay, so as a follow-up, so even if you had gone into the off season without a deal with anybody, you would have preferred to stay here as opposed to go elsewhere for potentially more money?
Yeah, I mean, I think at that point it's hard to predict how that would have gone playing 6 more games. Obviously, part of the decision too of getting extended now is securing myself with 6 more games and kind of lessening the threat of getting injured and kind of hurting my own self. So I don't know exactly how that would have gone, but definitely would have been, an option for me to stay here after the season, regardless of what happened.
Thank you.
Yep.
Hey, Walker, obviously there's no more uncertainty for you, but there certainly is still some uncertainty regarding Doug and whatever potential changes there could be. So is there a lot of talk about that in the locker room? How hard is it to kind of focus in these last 5 weeks when that's kind of all swirling around?
Yeah, I mean, I would say this team's just that we've done a really good job all year. I mean, there's been a lot of talk, I feel like, since the beginning of the season about the whole organization, players, what we're doing, and I think we've done a really good job of just focusing each week on the next opponent and each individually trying to play really well and just win. Honestly, I mean, I think everyone in this team just really wants to win. So short answer, no. We have not many discussions at all about coaching changes, about organization changes, anything like that. We're focused. Last week we were focused on Houston. Now we're going to be focused on Tennessee. It's a big division opponent that is always tough, and we're going there obviously, and it's going to be a tough place to play, and they have a really good defense. So we're getting ready for them.
I think a lot of people always make or talk about like a coach losing a locker room. Is a locker room really that fragile? As a general rule.
I can't really speak for other locker rooms. Obviously, I think our locker room's really strong. I think we have really great leaders from the top down, and I feel like everyone here works really hard. I would say that's even in a season like this where we haven't had the success we want. It's one thing I've been most impressed with this team. It's just how we come to practice each week. We work really hard. We stay dedicated to the game plans. And obviously, we're trying to figure things out and trying to figure out how to get some of these, especially some of these close games that we think we should have won, and actually turn them into wins. I think it'll happen. And we're dedicated to kind of changing that through these last 5 games.
And obviously, Trevor's injury yesterday, and he's already dealing with the shoulder. Potential, the team could shut him down for the rest of the season. What would your reaction be to that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's a decision obviously that Trevor's gonna have to make, and that the medical staff's gonna have to make. I'm sure coaches will be involved a little bit in that. I'd love to see him play again, but that's a decision for them to make.